Alrighty, you know it's that time of year again. The summer is still here. We're only halfway done, but as you know, every summer I do a very traditional, at this point, speaker review. Now, let's go over the timeline real quickly. In 2020, I did the Soundcore Flare 2 reviews. They were a great start for not only the summer series that I've been doing, but also they've been a very good speaker. But of course, if you guys know me by now, I wanted something a little bigger. So, flash forward to 2021, not only did I repurchase the Flare 2s, got 4 of them, which I made an update, I also went out and bought 2 and reviewed the Soundcore Rave Neos. These were not only a huge step up, but have also been my go-to for the last year. But now it's 2022, and with so many new products coming from Soundcore, the question remains, what else do they have that can even top it? Well, they did come out with the Motion Boom Plus and the Motion Boom, but I wanted something big. And oh boy, did we get something big, alright. So in today's review, we're going to take a look at the Rave Plus, a successor to their already existing Rave, but we'll explain everything in this video, so don't go anywhere because Technoid starts right now. So the Soundcore Rave Plus. If you guys don't know anything about the Soundcore Rave series, basically this is their entire lineup of party speakers, outdoor speakers, indoor speakers, etc. Now originally they did have a previous model entitled the Rave, but unfortunately it has been discontinued and this has taken the place as this is called the Rave Plus. Now before we start the review, before I start getting into everything, I just want to get a few disclaimers out of the way. Number one, all the products that you see here from the Rave Neo, the Flare 2s, and including the Rave Plus, were all bought by me. They weren't sent to me, they weren't given to me as a gift. Everything you see here, every review that I do, with very, very few exceptions, are all done out of pocket to give you guys the closest to a general consumer average review. So I just wanted to put that out there. And lastly, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, this thing is a big boy. Look at the size of this thing, oh my god. Now, first of all, this thing is humongous. And I say that, I mean it's literally bigger than anything here. For starters, this is built very solidly. It does have the same plastic material as the Rave Neo, but this one feels a little bit more reinforced, and for good reason. Now, taking a look at the top of the speaker, you got your power button, you have a switch mode, which we'll explain, you have your Bluetooth, play, pause controls, skip. You also have a knob here to actually control the volume, which is actually a very good feature. You have your light toggle switch to turn it on or off. You also have the bass up technology, which is something we'll get to in just a moment. And of course, if you want to use karaoke, which is a nice little feature they did, you have an input version for microphones. You can increase or decrease the mic volume. In the back of this thing, oh my god, it has a handle here for grip, so you can actually use it and take it with you, but this thing still is pretty heavy, so you're going to need 2 hands. Behind this little cover here are all your acceleration ports, which you have the power source. It does not use USB-C, it uses a different type because this thing requires heavy voltage. It also has a mic input, it has an aux connector, but a very different style aux connection, so you're probably going to want to go the Bluetooth route, or you can use the USB, which will also be audio in. And lastly, it has a charger using the IQ proprietary charge provided by Anker. So overall, when it comes to the build quality, speaker, everything, this thing is not only solidly built, but it is huge. Now let's take a look at the inside of this speaker. So if you can't see by the grills, there's a light piece in the center here, along with a nice light ring, which you guys will see in the review. But taking a further look, if you can see it, I'm not sure if you're able to, but if you can, the following build quality consists of 2 woofers and 2 tweeters. There is no passive radiator because you do not literally need a passive radiator on this ginormous monster, but in the back it has a hole cut out to help radiate with bass frequencies, so that way it's deep and pronounced. But also, lastly, to importantly talk about, at the bottom it has rubber grips to prevent slipping and accidents, and it also has it here, so you can put it sideways to position your music, etc., etc. Now, continuing on the technological aspects, the biggest difference between the Rave and the Rave Plus is the Bluetooth 5.0. It has Bluetooth 5.0 instead of 4.2, so it will have stable connection, and I've been able to go across from the house and back, and it still is in sync. Another thing that they've also done, which is actually going to lead into our first negative, is it has support for PartyCast. Now, PartyCast is one of the biggest technology games with Soundcore speakers. If you guys remember my reviews when I talked about the Flare 2s and the Raves, then you'll know that all you have to do is have one connected to your smartphone, and then you hold down the PartyCast button, and you can sync all your speakers together to create one whole sound. So I'm really glad that it has that feature, but there is also a negative because they had to trade it off with stereo connection. Now, the Rave Neos are the only speakers that I have that support stereo separation, so you can use one as a left channel and one as a right channel. However, with the Rave Plus, there is no stereo separation. They do have stereo sound, so you can hear the left and right channels in the speaker alone, but with PartyCast, it is a mono setup. So that's something you're gonna have to get used to, and that's really all I have to say. Now comes my favorite part of the video, and that is sound quality. Now, as you know, we're gonna blast this thing, so let's get it. Guys know sound is subjective to everybody. Everybody has a different preference, everybody has different hearing, and honestly, I gotta tell you, for this speaker, I was expecting it to be overpowering bass. I was expecting it to be very, very punchy. Oh boy, did it deliver on that. But I also have to say, thanks to the two tweeters, we also have clear vocals and treble coming through without everything needing to be muddy. It all comes together, and with the bass up technology, we take that low end and it up kicks the music into almost a party sound. Now, of course, we will talk about the app in just a moment, but overall, in sound quality, this thing delivers, and it delivers exceptionally well. Now, real quickly, before we talk about the PartyCast, let's talk about the app. Now, the app is very basic. It's taking very resemblant features from the Flare 2s, and it allows you to not only update your firmware, which it has been sent out. I updated it. It's all up to date. It also allows for you to switch modes. You can use the aux mode, USB mode. That's where the switches are made for. But in the app as well, you can control the lights. You can turn them on and off. You can customize the colors. I just feel that the app feels a little oversaturated with things that you're not necessarily going to need, but I am glad that they have it overall. And one of my favorite features to have in this app is the EQ settings. It has a nice variety of choice, and you can pick any EQ that works for you with bass up technology on and off, and you can even create your own custom sound to taper your own fitting. Now let's talk about that PartyCast. So as you guys know, with all my reviews, you guys know by now that I don't ever settle for just one. So I took the liberty of getting a second Rave Plus. Listen, if you're getting one and you got a big house, you're getting two, because that's where the party lies. Because when you connect these up to PartyCast, it not only doubles the sound, but it turns everything into a whole other level. Hear it for yourselves. Thing is, when you put them in PartyCast, You can control the same features using the one speaker, but if you want to change the EQ, if you want to turn the bass down, if you want to change the lights, etc., it will also go through for the second speaker. Now, thankfully with PartyCast, you can connect up to 100 plus speakers in the Soundcore family. And judging by the one standing over here, I think you guys know what that means. Let's take a little test with PartyCast using all the speakers. So overall, what do I think of the Soundcore Rave Plus? Well, listen, this is not a speaker for everyone. This is a very specific type of people that are looking for the absolute best of the best that Soundcore can offer. There is a lot of high value here, but it also is priced very, very nicely. The retail price is $279. I was lucky enough to get it for $179, and they are generally available at Walmart and other stores like Verizon, etc. But the release for these speakers are a little bit limited, so you're gonna have to look a little bit before you find them, which is something I wish Soundcore would just sell on their website. But I gotta tell you guys, I have been using their products for well over 3 years, almost 4 years. And every time they make a product, they're always getting better. And this is the culmination of every feedback, every input they have ever had from all these products and turned it into the Party Blast. That's what I call these speakers, the Party Blast. They not only deliver on such amazing quality, they deliver in features, support in the app. They also deliver for Bluetooth connection, Bluetooth stability. It also is very versatile if you're a DJ, if you want to connect an aux to it, control lights, etc., etc., etc. There are so many positives here that it's almost a no-brainer to say yes to pick these up. But I do have to say there are some negatives. My first negative being that they don't have stereo separation, that you can't connect them together to create a stereo pair. Even though it has stereo sound, it doesn't have stereo setup. That's my first negative. Number two, another negative that I have is really just the positioning of the handle. I had wished that Soundcore had placed it in a different position, maybe more towards the middle, so that way you can carry it almost like a briefcase or whatever. But overall, I gotta tell you guys, if you know me by now, you know I'm always looking for better. These things not only deliver on better, but they go above and beyond the average price. So it's a no-brainer. I recommend not only getting one, but if you have the money, get two. You will not regret it, and I promise you guys, you will have the experience of a lifetime at your party. I know it sounds very cliche to say that, but I'm telling you guys, it is unlike anything I have used. And that is it for the Rave Plus review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you disliked the video, you can hit the dislike button. That helps circulate my views as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all on the next episode. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care, stay safe, have a good day, and peace!